Hey y'all, welcome back to Mima's house. Today we're in the kitchen making something extra special because it's Peepaw's birthday. And he put in a request for one of his all-time favorites, a rich, buttery cream cheese marble pound cake. Now around here, you know birthday wishes don't go ignored. Every year I like to bake something special for my family, whatever their heart is craving for their birthday. And today is all about Pepaw, like it is on most days. So if you love a good old-fashioned pound cake with that beautiful swirl of chocolate and vanilla and a whole lot of love baked right in, you're in the right place. I'll get my apron on so we can get started and make Pepaw a birthday cake he won't forget. Let's get to cooking. Here are the ingredients we'll be using to make our cream cheese marbled pound cake. A cup of unsalted butter. You know I use salted. The recipe calls for unsalted. 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. 2 cups of sugar. 5 eggs. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 2.5 cups of flour. A half teaspoon baking powder. A half teaspoon of salt. A 1/4 cup of milk or heavy cream. That's for the vanilla part of the cake. For the chocolate swirl, we'll add 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 to 3 tablespoons of hot coffee, or you can substitute milk. And of course, I'll have all the ingredients listed in the description box. Now, I've started by cracking my eggs this time so that I can have that done already. Now that I have the eggs cracked, the next thing that I'm going to do is cream together my butter and cream cheese until it's nice and smooth. Now take your time here because this is what gives our pound cake that rich, melt in your mouth texture. Now once I've let that beat well together, I'm going to add in my sugar and let that mix until it's light and fluffy. Now that that's light and fluffy, I'm going to go ahead and scrape down my bowl. Scraping down the bowl provides that mixture that we need to make sure that all of the ingredients are pulled well together and that I've gotten all the ingredients off of the bottom of the bowl. So now that that is done, it is time to add in our sugar. Now it is even more light and fluffy because of the sugar. The sugar has beat in well, and I'm going to scrape down my bowl one more time to get all of my ingredients incorporated. Then we'll begin to add our eggs one at a time. I have my mixer on a medium to slow speed because I want to incorporate the eggs, not the air. So let's get our eggs in one at a time. And the only reason we add the eggs one at a time until you see that yolk is gone is because we don't want to add too much liquid at the same time. It would make our cake a little bit airy, have too many air pockets in it. So let's go ahead and get our eggs in. Don't rush this step. Let's mix them well after each addition because this helps everything come together just right. Next, we'll stir in a little vanilla for that warm, classic flavor. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons, and I am adding vanilla paste. And that vanilla paste has a little bit of a stronger taste than your regular vanilla. So I added just a pinch more because I really want the vanilla taste to come through. Then, after the vanilla has been totally mixed, we'll gradually add in our flour, mixing just until it's combined, because we don't want to overmix that flour. We don't want our cake to be tough. We just want to do it just enough to bring that batter together nice and smooth. I'm not sure what happened to the clip of me adding my flour, but you can be guaranteed that I added it in a little at a time, and I did not completely mix it because I'm going to finish the mixing by hand, and I'll incorporate it all together. Okay, so the batter has been completely mixed well together. Now for the fun part, the marble swirl. We're going to take a portion of the vanilla batter, which is what I'm doing here. I'm only pulling out 1.5 cups of this vanilla batter. I'm going to measure it. You see how nice and neatly I'm measuring it. But it's 1.5 cups that I will add my other ingredients to make the chocolate portion of the marble cake. To make our chocolate portion of the batter.
To whom much is given, much is required. You've given freely that holy water. Promise to honor all you are. Father, we thank you for all you've done. We're letting go. Of trying to box you in, 'cause God, you're so much bigger. We're humbled here again. Promise to honor all you are. Father, we thank you for all you've done. We're letting go. We're letting go.
Now that both the vanilla and the chocolate batter is done, let's go ahead and prepare our pan. And yes, sis did get some Pam, because you know that last cake that I made where I sprayed and used the avocado oil, it didn't work. It wanted to stick. I wanted to make sure that this pan did not hold on to this batter. So I did buy some Pam, the bakery kind of Pam with the flour in it. Now, let's go ahead and get our cake into the pan. So I'm going to alternate spoonsful of the vanilla and the chocolate batter into the pan. After I get all of my batter into the pan, I'm going to take a knife or a skewer, I'm using a chopstick, and gently swirl it through the batter. I don't want to overdo it. I want to do it just enough to get those pretty ribbons all through the cake. So let's go ahead and get the pan loaded up. I'm also preheating my oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit.
We lay down every burden. We know you will serve. praise you 'cause you're worthy. Oh, let your fire come down. Oh, let your spirit reign. Do something different that we've never seen. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. You have done great things. You have done great things. You have done great things. We're looking to the sky. We're looking to the sky.
Now let's get our swirl on and get ready to get this cake into the oven. Oh, and don't forget to tap it down to get any air bubbles out. Into the oven it goes. And it has baked for 75 minutes. And y'all, this house smells fabulous. And as you can see in my little orange bowl, I have some ganache. And that's only a cup of chocolate chips with a teaspoon of coconut oil that I melted in the microwave for about 2 minutes in increments of 15 to 30 seconds. Stirred it together and it's ready to drizzle on my warm cake. Let's go ahead and flip the cake out and get it on the cake plate. Now, the tricky part with these types of pans is that you want that pretty top. I do. I don't know what anybody else wants, but I do want the pretty top to be showing. So my sister Max is helping me get it flipped over so that my pretty top can be showing. Now, you're more than welcome to flip it over and have the bottom showing if that's what you'd like. If you're going to ice the cake, it doesn't really matter. But since I was only putting a glaze on it and the top was so pretty, I wanted to have that as the part that we get to look at. So let's put our chocolate ganache on, and it's flowing very easily. And then we'll be able to get ready. We'll let it cool a little bit, and then we'll cut the cake for Pepaw. Now the cake has baked to a beautiful golden brown, and I've let it cool before I turned it out, but now it's time to cut so that you can see every little slice has a swirl, and that swirl is a work of art. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear people. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Look at that. I asked her to bake this cake for me, y'all. This is what I get. Just what I asked for. Look at that.
The cake is done, and we've celebrated with Pepaw. There's just something special about baking a cake straight from the heart, especially when it's made for someone you love. Pepaw asked for this cream cheese marble pound cake, and you better believe Mima made it with plenty of love in every swirl. Thank you for spending this sweet moment with us and celebrating right along with our family. If this cake reminded you of someone or something special in your life, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you enjoy content like this and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to have you over here at Meemaw's house. You won't be disappointed. Until next time, keep your kitchen warm, your hearts full, and remember, there's always room for one more slice at Meemaw's house. Be blessed. Bye.